Good morning. It is Jane with Scraptastic and it's another one of those crazy days. The moving has begun, and there probably will not be a video next week for the regular podcast just because of moving, and I won't have had any opportunity to crochet whatsoever, knit, so, why? That's all I gotta say. Why? Other than that, things are going well. I'm a little stressed out about the move because there's a lot of things that still have to be done, but it'll get there, right? It'll get there. So just need to calm down a little bit and relax. All right. As far as crocheting has gone, I have gotten much further on this shawl than I had to begin with. I think I was down to about right in this area right here, and I've added more to it. I still have a ways to go. I plan on using, what I used was the Red Heart Ombre in True Blue, and I do plan on using, I finished off the first skein while we were on the cruise, and I'm planning on using the second skein completely. So it's going to be a very large shawl. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that, having something off the hooks and ready to go to prayer shawl, that kind of thing. It's been a while since I've been able to do things for the prayer shawl. I've put together that Afghan. I have another bag full of squares that need to be put together for it, and I just haven't gotten to it. There are priorities. What can I say? Now, my friend Jerry was laughing at me because, my priority was to start getting all the yarn into the house. Come on, folks, that's a priority, right? Getting it into the house, moved in, all that fun stuff. Yeah, sure, it's a priority. At least I thought it was. So I've been doing that, and like I said, going through a lot of stuff to get rid of, just toss. Some of it's going to Goodwill. Some of it just, I don't see any use in keeping it, so it's just going to go. And that's where I am right now as far as things that I've been working on, projects, those kind of things. I haven't started anything new because don't have time yet. So yeah. The sale is still on in the shop. It will go on through probably another week or so, maybe 2 weeks. I'm not sure. And once I get into the house, get things settled, I'd plan on starting making new bags. So I would imagine in about 2 weeks you'll see some new bags. At least that's my hope. That's my goal, is to have some new bags up in the shop. Yeah. I think that's it. All right. Let's move on. All I have left is what in tarnation. Like I said, nice and short today. Philadelphia restaurant sets gold standard with $700 burger. Yikes. What's covered in gold, costs $700, weighs 8 ounces, and is edible in Philadelphia? The answer is a hamburger. At the bottom of the main page of a menu at Drury Beer Garden in Philly is not a cheesesteak, but a burger. A very, very expensive burger. For $700, you can get the gold standard. That's a Wagyu meat burger with caviar, fresh black truffle, lobster flambéed with cognac, topped with aged Irish cheddar, and drizzled with honey. Well, you had me with everything until you said the Wagyu meat burger. I don't think Wagyu meat tastes good. Maybe that's just me. Fries are included, as is a 1 ounce pour of Louis XIII cognac which fetches around $5,000 a bottle. That's quite a fetch, folks. George Tesoros, a co-owner of the beer garden, told local news station NBC 10 the gold standard is about the joy of cooking. We are excited to provide our guests some amazing, creative, and tasty options with our new menu concept, he said. Tesoros, however, said nothing of the gratuity that would come from a tab that included a $700 sandwich, though a 20% gratuity is added on to parties of 6 or more, and I'm sure they expect you to add on at least 10. I think they now start at 15%, 18%. So that's a pretty expensive tip there. Hope that waiter serves it with a whole lot of joy and flamboyancy. Cancer survivor breaks record for standing on nails to raise awareness. Cancer survivor Rami Nos of Lebanon relied on his inner strength yet again to break the world record for standing on a bed of nails. Rami Nos stood on a bed of nails for 12 hours, 12 minutes, and 8 seconds, earning himself a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records. Rami's remarkable achievement serves as a powerful reminder of the fragility and preciousness of life, Guinness said in a statement. He wants everyone to realize it takes just one moment to change everything, and we must take responsibility for our health and well-being to ensure that we make the most of every moment we are given. Nausis is a cancer survivor, though other members of his family were not so lucky in their battle. He said that challenges like this requires inner and mental and strength to endure, much like his own fight against the illness. He is no stranger to endurance. In the past, he walked 26 miles barefoot, crossed the Lebanese beaches on the Mediterranean Sea to shed light on cancer awareness. Wow. His next adventure is a half marathon, 13.1 miles, barefoot in the ice and snow. Dangerous as that may be, he said he's challenged by the desire to overcome the fear of death. Death is not losing life, but losing hope, he said. This record-breaking achievement is just the beginning of my journey, and I will have many others with the Guinness World Records, my platform to amplify my voice to the world. And boy, is he ever doing it. This next story, I don't know, kind of gives me a little bit of, really? Really? Princess Diana's adult-themed greeting cards to Greek king sold at auction. Weren't even aware there were any adult-themed greeting cards of Princess Di. Greeting cards featuring adult-themed jokes sent by Princess Diana to Constantine II, the last king of Greece, sold for about $8,677 at an auction Wednesday. Dominic Winter Auctioneers, which sold the pair of greeting cards, said in a news release that the reason Diana sent the cards to the former king was unclear, but that they may have been inspired by a conversation they had at a social gathering. The first of the greeting cards features artwork by Mike Edwards of the biblical feature Adam in the Buff, leaning on a tree in the Garden of Eden. The text on the card reads, "Adam came first. Men always do." What's the definition of the perfect man? A midget with a 10-inch tongue who can breathe through his ears, the second card reads. May not be for a child to hear, apparently. That card featured the back of a man's head kneeling before a woman wearing just her underwear. Both cards were from the Girls Talk series of greeting cards that were published by Emotional Rescue around 1987. It's not immediately clear when they were given to King Constantine, known as Tino. I can't decide which card to send and thought you would enjoy both, Diana had scrawled in one of the cards. Diana died in a car accident in 1997 when she was trailed by an aggressive paparazzi while in Paris with her boyfriend Dodi Fayed. Tino, who reigned from March 1964 until the monarchy was abolished in Greece in 1973, died in January. There you have it. Didn't even know there were any cards as such. Earliest, most complete Hebrew Bible gets winning bid of $38 million. Wow. A Hebrew Bible has attracted the $38 million winning bid in an auction at Sotheby's. Sotheby's auctioned off what it describes as the earliest, most complete Hebrew Bible in New York on Wednesday. The Codex Sassoon is believed to have been written around 900 AD by Jewish scholars living in modern-day Israel or Syria. The text vanished for centuries before re-emerging in 1929 when it was acquired by collector David Solomon Sassoon, who owned the world's largest private collection of Hebrew manuscripts. The Sotheby's auction house describes the Codex Sassoon as the earliest surviving example of a single codex containing all the books of the Hebrew Bible. Former U.S. Ambassador to Romania Alfred H. Moses won the auction on behalf of the American Friends of ANU. The codex will be given to the ANU Museum of the Jewish People in Tel Aviv, where it was previously displayed between March 23rd and March 29th. The text seller, Jackie Safra, obtained the codex in 1989 for $3.19 million, which is the equivalent to $7.7 million when adjusted for inflation. Can you imagine? Wow, $38 million. Zoo's parrot gets lost during flying exercise, turns up outside home. A macaw parrot from a Rhode Island zoo got carried away by high winds during a flying exercise and turned up on a power line outside a home a few miles away from the facilities. Vicki Scharfberg, a spokeswoman for the Roger Williams Park Zoo in Providence, said the three macaws were allowed to fly free Wednesday as part of their normal training. This is a very normal part of the training. It was not an escape, she told Batch. They are athletes. They'll likely be out flying again either today or tomorrow and learned from their experience. Scharfberg said high winds put a wrinkle into the exercise. I can imagine. They know their way home, but the high winds got them outside their usual flight area, so they went for a bigger fly. She said the birds traveled about 4 to 5 miles. One of the parrots ended up perched on a power line outside Julia Bedard's Cranston home. Bedard detailed in a TikTok video how she spotted the bird, identified as Rainier, on the line outside her house and contacted the zoo. A crew from the zoo arrived on the scene to take Rainier home. Scharfberg said the other two macaws were also safely located and returned to the facility. Boy, I'll bet that was a sight to see. It's not usual for us to see beautiful macaws out in our wilds. So, yeah. World's most expensive ice cream costs $6,696 per serving. Wow. A Japanese ice cream company assembled some of the world's rarest ingredients to create an ice cream flavor that costs $6,696 per serving. Guinness World Records announced Japanese brand Cellato earned the record for the world's most expensive ice cream with its new flavor dubbed Byakuya. Wow. The pricey treat's ingredients include a rare white truffle grown in Alba Italy that cost about $6,905 per pound. It also includes Parmigiano Reggiano and Saki Lees. Can't imagine what that tastes like. I don't know. Salato developed the flavor with Tadayoshi Yamada, the head chief at Osaka restaurant R.I.V. The company said it sought to combine European and Japanese flavors into something unique. I'd say that's unique. Took us over 1.5 years to develop, with a lot of trials and errors to get the taste right. Achieving a Guinness World Records title made the effort all worth it, a Salato representative told Guinness World Records. Now, this last story, I really could use a goat to clear the yard. The back behind the retaining wall, it's almost like at a 20-degree angle. So it's going to be difficult to mow or to weed eat. So a goat would be perfect for that, you know? That's all I'm saying. Peeping Goat captured in New Jersey gets new home. A peeping goat seen peering into windows during its weeks on the loose in New Jersey has been captured and moved to a new home on a farm. The Chatham Township Police Department said the goat, which escaped from a slaughterhouse weeks earlier, was spotted on several occasions peering into the windows of homes. The behavior led police to brand the animal a peeping goat on social media. Police said a construction crew spotted the goat wandering on No Avenue this week, and they managed to capture it with the help from a woman who lured the animal with food. The township peeping goat has been caught and is resting comfortably at his new home in a local farm. Thank you to the crew of Asuna Framing Construction for their assistance, the department said in a Facebook post. And there you have it. What in tarnation. Now, like I said, remember, bags are still 20% off what's left in there. Probably till the end of the month. No. So, if you're looking for a bag, it's a nice way to get a bag. Okay. Now it is time for our reading. What is today's date? 23rd? Right. My Redeemer lives. I know that my Redeemer lives, and at last he will stand upon the earth. Job 19:25, the English Standard Version. If you are familiar with the story of Job, you will know that God allowed him to suffer greatly. He lost his family, his health, and his wealth. We can emphasize with Job as he wrestled with his understanding of God and the futility of life. In the middle of suffering, the only thing that we may be able to hold on to is a declaration. While Job could not comprehend his suffering or God's ways, he knew in his heart that he knew in his heart and declared with his lips, "My Redeemer lives." Be uplifted as you dwell on that declaration. God is the one that ultimately has the final say for your life and for this earth, and you can boldly claim that he lives. Who do you know that has demonstrated astounding faith in the midst of suffering? We've got quite a few of those, don't we? First person that comes to mind right now is Mama Kayla. As you know, she's been having quite a few health issues lately. So as always, let's keep her in our prayers and our thoughts, and send her some positive vibes for those of you that aren't Christians. And that is it for today. As always, be kind to one another, love one another, get out there and see this big, beautiful world we live in, and I will see you again sometime. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye.